بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Many brothers want to do polygyny. Why? Well, because it's in their fitrah. Many women and weak men, they want to condemn the brothers. They want to shame them. They want to stop them. But my argument over the years has been that no amount of condemnation and shame and manipulation and guilt tripping is going to make a man change his fitrah. There is a chance that he might change, but that change will not be positive. He's going to become lesser of a man. He's going to be more feminine. And that is a double-edged sword. While women in society will get what they want out of him, i.e. monogamy, he will change and become a weak man, which is a nuisance to society and a problem to society and to the woman, i.e. his wife, because now she's not going to be attracted to him. She'll probably even hate him and despise him. So what is the solution to this insatiable desire of men for variety, which has been built in them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says at the beginning of Surah Al-Imran, زُيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ حُبُّ الشَّهَوَاتِ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ. It is made, زُيِّنَ, it is made, it's been beautified to people the love of desire for women. It's hardwired into us. No amount, condemnation from the pundits, from the imams, from the da'is, from the weak men, from the liberals, from the women, from the lesbians. No amount of condemnation is going to make the man stop. It's in them. They might lie, but a real man's not going to stop. A weak man is going to change. He's going to become a woman. He's not going to stop. A real man's not going to stop. So what do we do? What's the solution? The solution is to train and to educate men to do it as correctly as possible. And correct here means not what the imam of the liberal mosque down in California or Texas says, but what the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ teaches us. That is what fairness means. That is what people should do. It all goes back to the life and the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. We define the terms and conditions according to that practice. His aqwal, his af'al, his speech, his behaviors. That's what defines fairness, equality, justice, and so on. Not some liberal LGBTQ+, free this, free that march, or organization that think just because I'm wearing hijab and I'm wrapped in this flag or that flag that I am somehow patriotic, yet I'm on the deen and I represent some sort of social problem and I am the climate change solution, whatever, all this liberal rubbish that we hear today. So that's the solution: education, empowerment through the sunnah. But the problem is that no one wants to do it. That's why we do it. That's why we are releasing the Polygamy masterclass. That's why we are going to talk real talk. None of that like, oh yeah, you can only do it in this, but you cannot do it, but you can do it, but you cannot do it, but you'll never be able to do it, and therefore just misinterpreting verses of the Quran, tafsir, misinterpreting statements of scholars and so on. No, we're going to go back to the madhab of the Salaf, the practice of the Prophet ﷺ. No one has anything, cannot go against the practice of the Prophet ﷺ. You can try to interpret things as much as you want to. You won't be able to reinterpret the behaviors, the statements that are corroborated by many incidents, not just one, taken out of context. So we invite you to look at the Polygyny Masterclass, this Polygyny 101. What can a man in the 21st century? He's not super rich, but he has a desire for variety. And it's in his bloodstream, it's in his wiring, it's in his fitra. What can a man do in terms of polygyny, where he avoids haram and he does things, inshallah, according to the Quran and Sunnah? That is the objective of the Polygyny Masterclass. Join myself, Gabriel Al Romaani, to learn about what can a man in the 21st century, a regular man in East London, in Kuala Lumpur, in California, or Ottawa, or maybe it's in New Delhi. What can he do today? Can he marry polygyny? What are the requirements? What are the things to look for, or look out for, or stay away from when it comes to marrying multiple women in halal, in Islam? Join me again. You won't regret it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.